everybody, it's me, Timmy Flyersguy, and welcome to this week's edition of Classic Flyers Theater with me, Timmy Flyersguy. In today's episode, we go back to October 25th of 2016, the Flyers' 50th anniversary season. Philadelphia Flyers face off against the Buffalo Sabres in today's episode. This game was very exciting to watch. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but I hope you enjoy this episode of Classic Flyers Theater as we travel back to October 25th of 2016 with a game between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Buffalo Sabres. I hope you all enjoy this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let's go Flyers. I can't wait for next season.
The Buffalo Sabres, Robin Leonard, not available tonight, not feeling well. He is resting at home. Anders Nilsson will get the start. He's a towering presence in goal. 6'6" netminder will have his hands full here against the Flyers. Michael Neuvert, who gets a start against his old team. He did play 26 games with the Buffalo Sabres going back a couple of seasons ago.
Radko Gudas set to make his first appearance of the season after serving his 6-game suspension. The Flyers in the midst of playing 8 games in 13 days. The Sabres playing their first game since last Thursday. So one team's been busy, the other team has been off. We'll see if either team gets an advantage out of that. Early whistle, just 8 seconds in on the icing.
A lot of times the team that played the night before has the advantage in the early going, and the Flyers want to make sure they take full advantage of that. Radko Gudas is as rested and a little more rested than the Buffalo Sabres, missing the first 6 games of the regular season due to a suspension, and he is chomping at the bit to get back out there.
Yeah, I think he's had his fill of the old bag skates, as they call them, and he is ready to play in some games. So he will tonight. Brandon Manning trying to keep that puck in at the line. You look at the Flyer combinations at the top of your screen. Ivan Provorov able to fight off Kyle Oposo there. The Flyers move the puck to the line, but not out. Oposo winds up with it, chips it ahead to Ryan O'Reilly. Backhander in the save by Neuvert. An early tester for the Flyer goaltender, and then some immediate pushing and shoving. It seems feisty from the get-go here tonight.
Dave Hackstall recognizing Ryan O'Reilly's a dangerous player for the Buffalo Sabres. Sean Couturier going head-to-head with O'Reilly during that first shift on the ice, and O'Reilly ended up getting a scoring chance.
There are the scratches, of course. Jack Eichel, Evander Kane out for significant time. Eichel lost 8 minutes from the end of the last practice before the season was going to begin, and Kane lost during the first game. Dan Bylsma had to recover from that. Sabres trying to recover from that. They'll do this face-off over again. You saw the name of Taylor Lear on the Flyers list. He was called up today just in case. Couturier was a game-time decision, but he is good to go, so Lear a healthy scratch. And that puck out to center ice. Back to play it. Dmitry Kulikov, the former Florida Panther. Pass to Zach Bogosian. You look at the Sabre combinations now put together by Dan Bylsma. He's made some changes to them since they last played. We'll get into that. Here's Matt Reed. Knocked down in the corner by Bogosian. And the puck will skip across to the other side of the ice. Kulikov is there. He's clear, knocked down by Wayne Simmons. Simmons had his 4-game goal streak ended last night, as did Matt Reed in Montreal, as the Canadiens beat the Flyers 3-1. Carey Price claimed those 2 goal streaks as victims. He was outstanding for the Canadiens once again. Battle here, and the fans want the puck to be moved along, so do the officials. But the players aren't obliging. And finally it's dug out of there and backhanded to Reed, who had trouble spotting it in his skates, and the Sabres move out. Veteran Giannis dropping it back. Bogosian, a shot in the stick, saved by Neuvert. Out prepared with Belmar, and he'll chip the puck to center. And right back in it goes, and pushed deeper by Marcus Foligno. The Sabres changing. The Flyers go back to get the puck. Flyers have not been a quick starting team this year. Still just 1 goal in the first period for their first 6 games. It allowed the first goal in the game in each of their last 5 games. There's Gostisbehere fanning on the puck at the line. While prone on the ice, the puck tipped by Bellemare, now gathered by Jake McCabe of Buffalo, and he'll send it off the stick of Sam Reinhart into the Flyers zone. Reinhart in the middle, one of the changes we were talking about. Bilesma putting him in the middle, taking him off the top line and playing him center, where he put up huge numbers in junior hockey. But has been mostly a winger at the NHL level. He has had some time as a pivot, but for the most part has been in the wing. And the plan is for him to eventually be on the wing for Jack Eichel when he returns from his ankle injury.
He's got an amazing set of hands, a terrific player in the offensive zone, but playing center, you've got to play that full game, going both ends of the ice, and sometimes his skating can be one of his least best assets, and there's no question that Dan Bilesma wants him to continue to work on that.
Flyers keeping the puck in the zone. Chris Vandevelde, he got it to the glass, but the Sabres clear. Just the line, he got it to center, and now Nick Delorier picks it up there. His wrist shot fought off by Neuvert. High into the air, Delorier a whack at a rebound, but it hopped over his stick. And now the scrum for the puck in the quarter. The Sabres win the battle for the puck to get it back to Bogosian. And now Kulikov looking for Derek Brandt, who went off his skate. It's played by the Flyers out to center ice. First 3 shots of the game belong to the Sabres. This is a familiar refrain for the Flyers. They have, as we mentioned, only that 1 goal. They've also been getting outshot pretty consistently in the first period this year. Kulikov will wind it in. It skips past Neuvert. Mark straight. Lead down by Oposo, and now it's Gudis. Quick pass. Big forecheck looks to move up. Big forecheck. It's caught up in traffic at center. Streit follows up. Right wing feed to Travis Konechny. Konechny the shot, and it goes high off the glass. Bounces back to the circle. Well, Couturier looking for it there, but it rolls to center ice. O'Reilly a whack at it, and now it's Konechny. Konechny it across the line with speed. Angles and shoots! And fired it wide again. Hitting for that first NHL goal. He's been very impressive, but hasn't had able to light the lamp. There's a pass to McDonald. His shot deflected and goes out of play. Let's go inside the glass to Chris Terrien.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. Every team in this league needs a number 1 defenseman who's looking for one, and the Buffalo Sabres feel that they've got their guy for many years to come. Rasmus Ristolainen, guys, he is a terrific young defenseman, just 21 years old, 6-year deal, $5.4 million a year, and they just love this guy. Coach Dan Bilesma telling us before the game, he steadied the ship. They missed him in training camp at the World Cup. He came back, and they just noticed it immediately. He's going to be a good one to watch for a long time. He does everything on the ice and everything well. And he's still learning this game in the league.
Yeah, he's still 21. He'll turn 22 on Thursday. He'll play in his 200th game the next time the Sabres take the ice. So he's still very new at this, and yet he plays like a veteran. Here's Gianta. Bouncing that one deep into the Philadelphia zone. McDonald giving some rough treatment. Taken into the boards. A shot from the point by Georges, knocked down in front. Loose puck. Reed dives trying to clear. Ristolainen will keep it in. But then he's checked as Reed stayed with it, and Simmons cleared the zone. But the Sabres, for a team that has not played in 5 days, they seem to have plenty of jump here early. Provorov leaned into by Foligno. Second try pass by McDonald. He never did get control of it, but getting it back is Bellemare. Now to McDonald. And ahead. Cousins is there, and go further to Braden Shen. He got caught up with the linesman and could not penetrate deep into the Buffalo zone. Provorov will steer it across ice. The Flyers look to organize the attack. Provorov, the 19-year-old defenseman, with the right wing feed to Shen. Fakes it ahead to Bellemare. Bellemare turning with it back to Shen. Cutting to the slot. Fires, and the save made by Nielsen. His first save is a tough one, but he gets it done.
Braden Shen taking a shift on the Bellemare line here. He was on the bench the last time that Giroux's line went on the ice. Matt Reed was actually out there, and Braden Shen does a really nice job here at give and goal play with Bellemare, and a good shot towards the net. Cousins trying to provide some traffic in front.
Yeah, it's a good job here by Shen trying to find that lane. Create the shot. It wasn't there initially, and he finds that gap. Good save right there by Nielsen, his first of the game.
Braden Shen, of course, another of the Flyers who had been suspended. He missed the first 3 games of the season. Still seems to be trying to find his rhythm. Here's Boyd Gordon getting the puck in front, jamming away at it. Got 2 or 3 pokes at it. And Nielsen held his ground. Now Gudis a blast. That one goes right out the other side. And Labimov tried to get that in front, but he was denied. And the first concerted pressure of the game for the Flyers right there, but big goaltender to the task. Flyers credited with 3 shots on goal in that sequence. There's a pass in the middle. Roman Lebimov. Sit in. Nielsen is there. In the quarter, Delorier out. Now Derek Grant disrupted as he tried to move through center ice. Gostis bears it back for Philadelphia. Just about 6 minutes into period number 1. No score. Glad you could join us for the Flyers and Sabres. Voracek in. Back to Voracek for the shot. Nielsen calmly bats that one away. And it's jabbed out to the neutral zone. That's in fashion of the Sabres. Very quickly to connect me. Couldn't get much on that dump in, and it's Poso. Former Islander moving across ice. He's Voracek to send connecting the other way, but he is sealed off on the hit by Cody Franzen. And Voracek will play it deep to Buffalo ice.
Franzen making a good read there defensively. Contact with Konechny, who's had the feet moving here in the first period.
Now the Sabres move in. Poso lobbing it wide of Neuvirth. Molson, the veteran forward, after it behind the cage. He was tied up. And now it's Nick Cousins looking for some room. And Brandon Manning will turn it over. Riley will send it around behind the net. A surge to the puck here. Edward Belmar gains the red line. Able to tip it deep into the Buffalo zone. Cousins around behind for Shen. And that one caught the safety netting and goes out of play. Just over 7 minutes in, no score. At the Wells Fargo Center.
Saturday, of course, Crosby back with the Penguins tonight. And Flyer fans will be looking forward to that.
They'll welcome him to Philadelphia.
As they always
in
do.
their own special way. Chris Letang has been out. He could be returning pretty soon. So the Penguins trying to get healthy. They've suffered some serious injuries early in the season. The draw here will be to the left of big Anders Nielsen. Joined us late. Unable to go. He's not even here in Philadelphia with the Sabres. Did not make the trip. A bit of a flu bug going around the Sabres room, in addition to all their injury issues. Leonard's the latest to catch it. Wayne Simmons will backhand this one through center. Back is Ristolainen, the big defenseman to play. Veteran Josh Georges at the center. Gudis knocked it down. Simmons, the left wing feed. He's got Reed. Reed holding on the shot and the save. Nielsen has that puck drop into his pads and he'll hang on.
Dan Bilesman, the coach of the Buffalo Sabres, the former coach of Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Talking to us before the game, he really likes Johan Larsson's defensive play and will try to match him up with Claude Giroux's line at every opportunity. So far, Dave Haxtell has not shied away from that matchup and has put Giroux out there against Larsson, Giunta, and Marcus Foligno. Something to watch as this game moves forward.
No question that Giroux has been seeing the top defensive setters a lot here early in the season. Some real good ones like Andrzej Kopitar. It's remarkable he's been able to pile up the points. Just Voracek the pass, the shot! Nielsen made the save on Konechny. The rebound sat there for a moment. Nobody could get to it. Now the other way go the Sabres. Giunta with the puck. He'll wind and blast. And Neuvirth makes the glove save and hangs on.
Saves at both ends of the ice. An outstanding play on the entry and puck distribution by the Flyers, eventually ending up on the stick of Travis Konechny, who continues to make things happen. It's a Voracek pass. It's a quick snapshot and a nice save by Nielsen.
In turn here, they ended up with a 3-on-2, and Giunta decides the best play here would be simply to shoot it. It's not a bad choice at all. Neuvirth is able to get the glove on it and prevent a rebound.
Goshen, nice play. Sequence in the Buffalo zone as that puck bounced high in the air and he was able to bat it out of harm's way. The Flyers were buzzing. The Sabres get the puck here, an angle shot, and Neuvirth holding that one to his body, making sure it didn't sneak in. Or Ennis.
Dan Bilesman trying to get that line going. Ryan, of course, playing center with Ennis and Girgensons, and he's looking for some secondary scoring. Ennis has been an effective player in the league for a number of years and is looking for a bounce-back year from last season.
Concussion issues really slowed him down last year. Cousins upset at his own line there, but the Flyers do clear the zone. Flyers have changed their forward lines as well for this game, at least two of them, with Reed moving up to the top line. Braden Shen playing for this line. Belmar and Cousins. Here's Belmar with the puck, looking for Provorov. Provorov goes in deep. Shen Holds the puck free, but his pass back to the point intercepted. Jurgensen's the other way. Chasing his Cousins. Got a piece of him. Jurgensen still a shot that went off a stick and wide. Overoff chops it back to Brandon Manning. Manning swarmed upon by Jurgensen. Gets away from him. And now his pass is to Cousins. Nick Cousins will flutter one deep into the Buffalo zone. Shen pursued with Georges. Georges got there and moved it ahead. Delorier in the middle. Bashing poke check. Towards Vandevelde. Vandevelde a couple hits as well, and the Sabres back on the puck. Just over 9 minutes in. Flyers have outshot Buffalo 7-5. No score. Neuvert jams it to the corner. Bashing was there looking for Derek Grant. And Joe Gudis winds up with the puck. Finds Mark Streit, 38-year-old defenseman, moving it through center, but Bogosian right there for Buffalo. To Kulikov, and now Fashion. His pass broken up. Nice play by Gudis. On the right wing, and now it's moved ahead by Lubimov, looking for Vandevelde, but he had two Sabres to deal with, and Buffalo winds up with the puck. Ryan O'Reilly leads all forwards in ice time, playing over 23 minutes a game. And Bosma has said to us that he doesn't want him to play that many minutes, but every time he comes up into a game situation, he's the best guy for the situation, so he ends up out there a lot. Here's Raposo. A shot block comes back to him on the backhand, and that one sails to the corner. Race for the puck. Konechny had it, and he'll move up. Travis Konechny, quick feed to Voracek. Back to Konechny. Konechny with a shot. That's blocked. Second try, and that one went wide. Now the other way, it's Raposo. He's got O'Reilly. He'll just chip that one deeper into Philadelphia. It's behind the net. Flyers get there, but the pass good escape, bounces to the corner. Penalty coming up. Penalty coming up. Garrett Rank, Chris Lee, the referees here tonight, and they've made their first call. We'll tell you about it before Sunday Night Showdown in Big D. Watch Breakfast on Broad, presented by Virtua, tomorrow morning starting at 7 over on TCN.
Sabres heading to the power play here after Sean Couturier gets his stick up high on Kyle Raposo right there. Raposo draws the penalty, and Buffalo looks to score their 5th power play goal of the season.
4 for 21, operating at 19%. The Flyers penalty kills. Again, still a work in progress. And O'Reilly knocks that puck down at the line, and the Sabres are going to go right to work. O'Reilly across the shot. The line went wide. All the way back out toward O'Reilly. Poked past him by Belmar, who's got some help. Belmar and Vandevelde in the 2-on-1. The shot, save, rebound. It did not go. Vandevelde could not get it past the Sabre defenseman, and it remains scoreless. Stalainen starts back. Drop it back to O'Reilly, who's in across the line but lost it. And Provorov will send it all the way down.
A couple of strong plays at the line there as the Philadelphia Flyers able to keep the Buffalo Sabres from setting up in the zone, and an outstanding chance for Belmar and Vandevelde as they went down 2-on-1.
They're the seasonal numbers, and Flyers penalty kill into the bottom third of the league. Gave up a huge power play goal in last night's game. Here's Ennis, the blast, big save, Neuvert, and the rebound cleared all the way down by Gudis. Most important penalty killer, always the goaltender. Neuvert coming up big there. Kulikov getting some power play time for the Sabres as Bausman wants to get him more involved. The acquisition from Florida. Run for the puck. And the Sabres win it. Ennis gets it back out. Shot Franzen. That one steered away. Hits the referee. And now Provorov on the backhand. Elevates and clears the zone. 28 seconds remaining in the power play. Ennis with Eric Grant. And the Calgary Flame and Ottawa Senator. To the point, Franzen and across. Kulikov winds and fires high and wide. And that one goes all the way out. Missed the net on the power play, and often you end up clearing the zone all by yourself. One last rush to begin with a man advantage for Buffalo. Broken up by Belmar, and now out of the box is Sean Couturier. Flyers killed off. They're back to full strength. They're scoreless as Neuvert gloves that one from center ice and hangs on.
Flyers had the best chance of the Sabres power play. It was a shorthanded 2-on-1. Belmar makes the right decision. Vandevelde not available for the pass, so he drives the net. The rebound almost goes in off his skate.
Yeah, down at the other end too. Michael Neuvert busy. This is a very, very good shot to Tyler Ennis. Low rebound available, and that's a good job killing by the Flyers all in all. And Michael Neuvert standing tall, as is Nielsen at the other end.
15 total shots in this game. All stopped by goaltenders. 8 for Flyers, 7 for Buffalo. Strike. They get the puck away from Marcus Foligno. They'll backhand it to Jorgensen. And back to Foligno, and they'll try the other side of the ice. Ristolainen is there. The lanky defenseman in. Voracek ties him up. Good work defensively. And then Couturier across ice pass. Getting to it is Strike. He'll rifle it in. Voracek first to it, but it's poked away from him. Good support though from Couturier, and now they chip it back to the point, but it eludes Strike out to the neutral zone. Big pass to Couturier. A little head fake and in across the line. Couturier swinging wide to the left wing. A shot drifts wide. Back out to Brandon Manning. Leads the Flyers in plus-minus to +6 on the year. It's Nick Schultz who sits as the healthy scratch on the Flyer defense tonight with Radko Gudas back in lineup. Brandon Manning plays on. Also second in the NHL in hits by defensemen, so he's been physical and he's been on ice for good things because he's +6.
He's been aggressive in his decision making as well. A lot of his points have come off of steals.
There's a steal by Giroux, but then it's taken right back by Zach Bogosian. Got it to the line and now out as they'll move up. Manning trying to be aggressive there, but the puck got past him. Overoff ridden hard into the corner board, but back to the point, sent wide of the net by Buffalo. Now Ryan O'Reilly back across ice, jabbed wide by Oposo. Now Matt Reed finds the loose puck and starts up. Reed tied for second in goal scoring in the NHL. To Giroux, back to Reed, and on goal! What a save by Nielsen! Got the pad out and denies Reed. That's where that size comes in handy.
Those are some long legs, and he kicked it right out there after a beautiful entry from the Flyers. Giroux finding Reed, and Reed being robbed by Nielsen.
This pass off the mark for Buffalo, but they wave off ice and Gudas. Bromley got it to Strike. Mark Strike at Manning to Cousins, who was about to get hit by Franz, and now it's one-handed back by Belmar off the bench. Here's Andrew McDonald. They get to Braden Shen, and he'll go across to Strike. Back across ice, now it's Cousins sending Shen in. Braden Shen shifts to the backhand. One-handed it behind the net, and goes after it in the corner and pays for it as he was hit by Sam Reinhart. Kulikov ahead to Ennis. Gets those legs moving, and from the red line, chips deep to Philadelphia ice. Less than 5 minutes remaining. And a quickly moving first period. Still no score. Pretty good pace to this one.
Very quick pace, a lot of good passing. A big reason why the clubs are having good entries into the zone and scoring chances.
Mandeville, a shot in the pad, save made by Nielsen. Back out Gostisbehere. Across for Provorov, couldn't handle that. Handcuffed him. And the Sabres have it back. Brandon banking it. Flyers end up with a puck. Provorov was out with Gostisbehere. And he will settle things. Pass chipped high in the air, and it goes into the Buffalo bench. So play stopped. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the first. Matt Reed has his eyes on goal number 6, as Nielsen had other ideas.
The smartest center iceman in the game today, and already in the first period he's made some really good decisions with the puck. A little backhander on Neuvert there. He's playing the point on the power play. Look at the poise. Calmly takes that puck, walks the line, and eventually makes a play to Ristolainen. More to come from Ryan O'Reilly. A nice pass across, trying to find Oposo walking down, and the Flyers will be well aware of him every time he's on the ice, and he's on the ice an awful lot, as you can see.
Over 23 minutes for a forward is a lot. Patrick Kane's had a couple of overtimes. Part of his 23 minutes plus per game. Over 4 minutes so far is O'Reilly, so modest pace so far. When you do so many things well, your coach is going to keep calling your number. That's Provorov. I have to tell the Flyers about Ryan O'Reilly. 2 of his games against the Flyers last year, so strong all around. I mean, really 2 of the better games from an individual standpoint played against the Flyers last year. There's Konechny in front. That one's deflected and goes into the glove of Nielsen. Gives us a chance to divulge our Jeep Trivia question for tonight. Entering this season, the Flyers have hosted the Sabres 87 times in regular season history, a ton more in the playoffs. But in the regular season games, how many times have the Flyers won? 45, 50, or 55, we'll give the answer later on. These teams have also had 9 postseason meetings through the year.
You've been through some of those, Jonesy?
Yes, back when the Dominator was in goal.
Yeah, I've played him a lot of times in the playoffs.
Never fun to play against him.
No, it was not. Is he good or what?
Sabres trying to get back into the playoffs. Just the last 5 seasons. Battle behind the Philadelphia net. Belmar tied up. Larson gets to it. Pursued by Belmar. Pass for Foligno. Foligno does get it. And now it's Larson at the goal line. Back behind the net. Back out it goes for a point shot that's blocked. Cousins went sprawling. I think he got Belmar. And Belmar is shaken up as he goes back to the bench. That shot from McCabe has stung the Flyers center iceman. He's in a lot of pain over on the bench. McDonald back here for the puck. And McDonald in the middle. Oh, Giroux for Reed. Inside outside now is passed to Giroux. Steers the puck to the corner and goes and gets it. Giroux measured by Reinhart. Reinhart tipped it away. Ennis to it. His outlet off his stick. McDonald will gather. Back in Philadelphia zone. Bank it ahead off Simmons' stick. Simmons missed the line. The line showing some of his skating ability. He's got ahead to Ennis. And the veteran will lift it deep to Philadelphia ice with 2:13 to play in the first period. Overoff's pass sails out to the neutral zone. Kulikov is there. To Bogosian, who will wind up and fire. Stick save made by Neuberg. Saw it all the way, but still a lot on that shot. Now the other way with speed, the Flyers. There's a pass in the middle for Lubimov. It was Boyd Gordon, but never got there. Now Vanderbilt a whack at it, but the Sabres have it. That's in fashion of Minnesota. Making that one to the middle. Lubimov cuts it off, turns and skates up. And a big forward trying to bank that one deep, but couldn't get it past Bogosian. Now at the line, the Flyers are offside.
Well, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare is in some discomfort there at the Flyers bench after blocking that blast from the point. It was a high rising shot. There's 78 in orange, and it looks like it catches him in and around the chest area as he still makes a play with the puck after blocking the shot and makes sure he gets it out of the zone before heading off the ice.
I actually thought, Jonesy, I was right in front of it looking from this angle. I thought that hit Cousins. It's amazing how quick that we got off, and Bellemare certainly took the worst of that.
He's still in the bench area with 90 seconds remaining in this first period. Ratko Gudas. His pass tipped. Voracek's trip. No call as he went spiraling to the ice. Nearly as though he might have felt that. He looks a little shaken up. He's flexing his right leg. Staying on the ice though. And now he's ready out in center for that pass. Never gets there. McCabe cuts it off and he'll wind it deep into the Flyers zone. Couturier ran it past to Poso. Connecting across ice to Voracek. Voracek. Right there by Josh Georges and out to Kyle Poso. He's 1-on-3 here. Poso trying to get around Gostisbehere with some help. McDonald came over. The Flyers get the puck away, but McDonald turns it over. Quick shot, high and wide. And that was a giveaway, and Marcus Foligno ended up on one with the goaltender, but missed the target. He's got it back. Foligno chipping it and chasing. Into the corner. Behind the net it goes. Gianta trying to get it in front now to spit it up the wall. George is right back down low to Gianta. Leaned on by Gostisbehere. The puck to Larson. Moves it back out for George's shot, which is blocked in front. 15 seconds in the period. Simmons collides with Ristolainen. Gostisbehere in the corner trying to keep that puck alive to McDonald. He did. They sent it up the wall. Simmons trying to just bank it to center. Did not get it out to center. Larson takes it there. As the final seconds tick off the clock, he falls down, but the horn sounds ending period number 1. Flyers with 11 shots. Neuberg faced 8. The goaltenders make all the saves in period number 1. Full strength hockey as the second period commences. There's Josh Georges with the puck for Buffalo. Send it in to the right of Michael Neuberg. He sets it up for Ivan Provorov, who was checked and overskated as Kyle Poso got in there. Now Provorov has to battle with Poso and Matt Molson to try to keep this puck away from Buffalo. It lines up back on Josh George's stick for a shot. It's blocked. Now it's taken by Molson. Back and it bounces to O'Reilly, who stuffed it wide. Oh, Ryan O'Reilly had some net to shoot at there. Now Konechny the other way with speed. Tried to cut to the middle, but he's stripped of the puck by Molson, who deals it back to center ice. One-handed by Gostisbehere to Konechny. In the middle, Couturier cutting on in the shot, and that one sailed high and wide. Might have gone off the stick of Oposo as he was reaching in. Stalainen will bounce that one across to Molson, and now it's O'Reilly. He'll bounce one in on Neuvirth, and O'Reilly's dangerous from there. He scored a goal earlier this year against Cam Talbot, Edmonton, on center ice. Neuvirth was ready this time.
It was even further out than
It
that.
was. Yeah. It was. There is Zach Bogosian. His pass tipped. And it goes to Foligno. Buffalo native. Dad, of course, played for the Sabres. Moved the puck in, and now Foligno has it back, and he'll spin it right back to the Philadelphia zone. Gostisbehere will take it off the boards, and now start up. Shane Gostisbehere picks up speed through center ice. The right wing feed for Simmons. Simmons back to Gostisbehere, but off his stick. He backs it side of the net. Simmons is there. Out of the corner, back out. The Ghost. His wrist shot wide, back out the other side. Reed picks it behind the net and has it swept away by Bogosian. Reed tipping the puck, bounces back toward Gudas, but Foligno forces it out to the neutral zone. And now it's banked all the way down by the Flyers. This will be icing against Philadelphia.
Ryan O'Reilly with a real grade A opportunity after a steal by Matt Molson. Molson, the former Islander, gets it towards the net, and Ryan O'Reilly can only shake his head as that puck just rolls on him before he can fire it.
Yeah, Travis Konechny makes a great pass out here. A little feather pass out to Couturier with a great move. And a nice shot. Got to hit the net right there. That's good offense. And those are the guys, the two defensive centers going at it, O'Reilly and Couturier. It's a good shift for both of those guys.
Pair of guys who play both ends of the ice.
Yes, very well.
To the right of Neuvirth. And the Sabres win it. And it's spinning it down low. Franzen, who missed some time in the first period. Catch him on the board. Radko Gudas in there. Strum and Sue. Sabres get it. Shot, they score! Girgensons firing from the angle. There was traffic in front. May have been deflected. Tyler Ennis was in the area. And the Sabres get the first one. 1-0 Buffalo.
Traffic in front, and Tyler Ennis is the first player to go by and high-five everybody on the Buffalo Sabres bench. It's Girgensons that shoots the puck from the corner. Then watch the stick of 63 right there. Tremendous deflection by Ennis on the backhand. No chance for Michael Neuvirth. And the Buffalo Sabres have a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that's an amazing deflection right there. I thought initially it might have hit the shin pad of a Flyer, but that's Tyler Ennis with an amazing redirection. Finds some line.
Well, he had gone 18 games going back to last year without a goal. His last goal against the Flyers in this building. It was in October because he missed a lot of time last year with injury, so it's been almost a year. Ennis is on the board. There's Belmar's shot fought off by Nielsen. Flyers have allowed the game's first goal in the 6th consecutive game. That shot by Provorov, smothered by Nielsen. They're giving the goal to Girgensons for now, but that replay was pretty clear.
Yeah, that'll change, but it was the right play. Just get it to the net. You recognize there was a couple of bodies there, including a stick of number 63, Tyler Ennis. A little guy there does a terrific job. That shot was going to go wide, but he tips it back towards the net, and Michael Neuvirth never sees it. Ennis has a goal, and Dan Bilesma looking for that secondary scoring for both Ennis and Girgensons, and both players team up to get the Sabres on the board.
Flyers win the draw here. Brandon Manning to Vandevelde. He's checked. Puck still goes to Radimov. His shot blocked. Second try. Twisted toward the corner board. Flyers pursue there. Boyd Gordon is playing his 700th National Hockey League game here tonight. Not come up with the puck there. The other way goes Poso, but he's stopped by Provorov. It's the line into Georgia. He misfires. I'm going to say that Molson got a stick on that, so no icing. To the point, Kulikov, and he hit Vandevelde's shin pad, and the puck goes all the way down the ice. The Flyers come off a first period in which they outshot a team for the first time in the first period. They had their most shots in the first period, 11, but now they're down. 1-0 to score. Nice play there by Konecny. Breaks up the play and sends Couturier up all in one motion, but then Voracek's pass is intercepted as Foligno the other way to Larson. Larson, the wrister, glove! Save Neuvirth, and he'll squeeze it.
Larson, not known necessarily for his offensive production, gets a scoring chance there. Fires it from a long way out. Flyers turn the puck over at the offensive blue line. Voracek and Konecny get crossed up, and then Larson's headed down the other way.
I have to say right now, the Flyers, guys, they have too many turnovers. It's a good save here short side, but the blue lines, as you said, Jim Jackson, too many turnovers by the Flyers. They got to clean that up here.
The draw shot, and then it's denied by the stick of Neuvirth. Tyler Ennis, after getting that goal, feeling it now. Really had his second. Girgensson looked down by Gudas. Oh, and then he's drilled. That's a penalty. Oh, Giroux is going to get the penalty for boarding. He's pleading his case to referee Garrett Rank, but Sabre player was in a very vulnerable position. Appears to be okay. Girgensson's up as Giroux is escorted to the box.
And Girgensson's not trying to sell the play.
Philadelphia
Got
penalty
up
number
quickly
28,
after,
2
not
minutes
trying
boarding.
to pretend he's hurt. He's just turned there, and Giroux makes contact with the back and puts him into the boards. Referee makes the right call, and the Sabres head to the power play.
Yeah, no question. The right call's made right there. These are the dangerous ones you got to get away from, but Girgensson did not try to sell it, but a power play nonetheless for the Sabres.
Their second of the game. Flyers still without a power play in this contest. And Sabres have it. Molson got it in front, and he scores! Molson denied it first by the paddle of Neuvirth, but the puck sat right there, and Molson buries it. And Matt Molson has his third goal of the year, all on the power play. It's 2-0 Buffalo.
Matt Molson looking like Matt Molson of old. Just had 8 goals last season. It was a disaster for him, and playing with Ryan O'Reilly tonight, showing some great effort here as he jumps through on the face-off, gets to the puck, and then finds a way to navigate through a couple of Flyer defenders and score the goal after Neuvirth poke-checked it.
Yeah, just a loose puck right there. Jonesy in front off the draw. It's a matter of who gets to it first, who wills himself. And sometimes you got to be a little bit lucky. In this case, Molson stays with the puck, is able to elude the Flyers' defense, and he just finds a simple backhander between the legs of Michael Neuvirth.
A couple of goals separated by just 1 minute and 50 seconds. Suddenly the Sabres have a 2-goal lead, and the Flyers are chasing the game. Something they've been doing a lot of. They've been able to catch the game on more than one occasion and catch up with the opponent. Sometimes foul through and get the win. A couple times come back but end up losing the game anyhow. But in general, it's a difficult road to hoe.
Last game at home here against Carolina, they went down 2-0 in a similar fashion in the second period and then stormed back for 6 goals.
There's Konecny with a shot, and Nielsen into the butterfly to make the save. No rebound.
Travis Konecny trying to make something happen here offensively for the Flyers. They've been quiet here in the second period, and Josh George is having a little giggle to himself there, the veteran defender. Not an easy guy to get off his game. Konecny just trying to get this Flyer team playing with some juice here in the second period.
Well, Travis Konecny is a guy who doesn't have any problem verbalizing on the ice. Last night, after he had a chance to score on Carey Price, the goaltender from underneath the pass said, "You gotta bring it a lot better than that, kid."
That's great.
Travis told me after the
great.
game, he said, "Normally I'd respond, but it's Carey Price. What am I gonna say?" There's Ryan O'Reilly. Bring it back out. Kulikov across. Bogosian fires when that goes off a stick and into the safety netting. Gotta like his spirit. Even though he's only 19, he doesn't back down verbally either.
No, and he's in a perfect spot, playing in the top 6, playing on that second line with Jake Voracek. Voracek's been off to a very quick start this year, and that's a great guy to learn from, have conversations with on the bench. Voracek, not a guy that's shy from sharing information.
Forthright is Jake. You won't be afraid to tell you when you do something wrong. There's Braden Shen. Pass off the stick of Nick Cousins. Deep into the zone. Kulikov and Cousins together. Nick Coughlin draining into the board. Bashing after it for Buffalo. Bogosian spilled as he whips it around the other side of the ice. Cousins knocking another Sabre down. But Buffalo got the puck to center ice. Provorov on it there. Pass off of Cousins. Now picked up by Brandon Manning. The fired in. Gloved by Nielsen. And he'll play it off the stick of Cousins. And now Buffalo picks it up. And move out of Poso faking the shot, then taking it. And Provorov deflects it out of play.
Anders Nilsson getting the start here for the Buffalo Sabres. Robin Lehner not feeling well, not here on the trip, and Nilsson's done a great job in his first start for the Buffalo Sabres so far. A couple of outstanding saves in the first period. The Flyers had a couple odd man rushes where the goaltender of the Sabres was able to kick his leg out, including that one on Matt Reed.
Nilsson, a prospect for so long in the Islanders organization. We've seen time also with Edmonton and St. Louis. 49 saves on 50 shots in the preseason, and then hasn't played a minute since. But Dan Bausma saying he was always on top of his game every practice, and just a guy who looked like he'd be ready for this occasion. And so far, indeed, he has been ready. Now time for the Tin Cup Whiskey Play for the Cup predictions and leaders. We look at the assist leaders in the NHL, and Claude Giroux is tied with Ryan Getzlaf. Anaheim for the lead. He's been dealing as he always does. One of those exquisite passes.
Getzlaf and Giroux went head-to-head here a few games ago as Anaheim picked up their first win of the regular season. And Giroux and Getzlaf pretty much every shift were battling one another.
Well, the Sabres wrapping up a road trip here, although they've been home the last couple days, but they went out west. Third time already this year the Flyers have taken on a team here at or at least toward the end of a long road trip, and a lot of times in the schedule you see that and you like it. You think they might be tired, but it hasn't necessarily worked out that way. That's icing. Anaheim won that game, for instance.
And this is more of a unique situation where Buffalo came back from Vancouver, what, 4 days ago now?
Thursday was their last game.
And went home to Buffalo and had a day off. They actually flew home immediately following the game in Vancouver. Took that day off, and the next one as well, as they got ready to regroup here and get back out on the ice. And so far, so good for Dan Biles.
That overnight flight can ruin you for days. They've looked pretty sharp here. That's always a concern for a head coach is what happens when you have 4 days off, how are you going to respond? They've done a pretty good job.
Flyers not the draw, Konecny's pass though intercepted. Laurier and Ennis move up. Ennis gets shouldered by Gudas. Knocked down. Gudas back to get the puck. Gudas gets run at by Ennis. Ennis all 5'9", 175. He's had concussion issues, but he didn't like the hit from Gudas. Didn't wait for someone else to take care of business. He went after him himself. Here's Voracek, a shot and a save. Tricky little save there for Nielsen as there was some traffic in that. Puck may have changed direction slightly on its way in. Bashing. Back in the corner, and now Buffalo looks to move up. That pass from Friends and tipped and was out of play. 13-16 remaining, second period. Sabres up by 2.
Where this guy is, Jack Eichel, the number 2 pick overall a couple summers back. Out 6 to 8 weeks with that high ankle sprain, guys, and you'd see his numbers last year. They were really counting on a good start by Eichel. We talk about Dan Beisel, where he's at right now, walking around in that boot, but he's staying pretty much in it right now, guys. That takes time, that high ankle sprain, and you got to get it healed quickly.
Yeah, really hard to fathom the emotional state of this team when you think he's the linchpin, right? He's the guy they're building around, and Dan told us it was 8 minutes from the end of their last practice before the season starts. On an innocent play, turning in practice, and he suffers that injury. And, you know, right as your season's beginning, how do you respond? And they're okay. I mean, 1-2-1, but playing well here tonight, and they're not falling apart.
No, they're not. He felt they could have won 2 more games on that trip out west as well. They were right there in those contests, and Dan Bilesma stated to us his biggest challenge was making sure the guys still believed that they could win without a couple of star players. Evander Kane, the other player that we haven't mentioned, also went down to injury early in the season.
Broken ribs in the opener, and he's really not able to move a whole lot yet, as there some internal issues as well, in addition to the ribs. So 2 key components out long term. Sabres break up a pass to center, but they're offside at the Philadelphia line, leading to that whistle.
Let's take a look at the Independence Blue Cross fearless play of this hockey game, and it is one Mr. Pierre Edward Belmar with a blast to the high chest. I remember happening to Chris Pronger before here, but you can see he was in a little bit of pain for quite some time. He's back out in the ice right now for the Flyers. That is the Independence Blue Cross fearless play.
Amar after a shift, catching his breath. Flyers looking for something to get this game turned around. Only 2-0. Very quiet Wells Fargo Center at the moment. Giroux play it to Gostisbehere. His outlet knocked out of midair by Andrew McDonald. McDonald will gain the Buffalo line. Fired across ice. Went off of Georges to Giroux. Giroux in front. Loose puck. Simmons shot. Save Nielsen. And he's got it again, and he's not giving up rebounds.
He's done a terrific job of covering the lower portion of the net, using that size and the wingspan that he has with those legs. As Giroux gets that puck towards the net, there's the hand-eye coordination of Simmons. It goes right into Matt Reed. Simmons tracks it and shoots it, and it's right into the chest of Nielsen.
Yeah, it kind of finds Simmons at the back end of this play. He's able to dig it from under his skates, but loose puck, that's what the Flyers want to do more of here in this hockey game. Bodies in front. Nielsen looked like he may be having an issue with one of the straps, perhaps.
Some kind of problem as the official's over. And he's taking his time getting back ready. Sure if it was equipment or not, the way they were talking with him.
Didn't seem like he worked on anything of his equipment. He just kind of looked like he was catching his breath.
Yeah, you're right, Jones.
The line to move that puck up. Flyers trying to get it back off the skate of Couturier to Konechny. Konechny takes a look back across Escudis. He'll take the shot. That one deflects, goes off the glass behind the net. And now it's Gianta. Will try to clear, arm up in center, got a penalty coming up, cross-checking call indicated. And the Flyers will get their first power play of the game and a chance to get on the board as Ristolainen heads to the penalty bench.
Travis Konechny draws the penalty here as the Flyers generated a couple scoring chances there, and then just a little bit of contact there from Ristolainen. Konechny goes down, and the Flyers head to the power play. The Flyers will face off against the Coyotes on Thursday. That's a 7 o'clock start. Then they will take on the Pittsburgh Penguins on Saturday night. Shop for tickets at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. Great seats. Still available.
Flyers win the draw. They go right to work. It's Gostisbehere to Voracek for the shot. It hit. It might have been Simmons in front now. Shen didn't get much on that pass. Flyers have it back. Voracek wheeling on it for the shot. Save! Nielsen, he's able to grab it before Simmons could get his stick on it. Simmons attracting a lot of attention. But Nielsen again very strong between the pipes.
Really good puck movement there for the Flyers on the power play, and eventually Voracek makes the right decision to get that puck to the net. Gostisbehere slides it over to Voracek, and Simmons set up in front. No rebound chance because Nielsen's able to squeeze it.
Good shot by Voracek. No Simmons is there, and Simmons has been terrific in front of the net all year on the power play.
Simmons gets the puck off the draw to Voracek. Trying to beat Larson along the boards. Got it into the corner. Simmons, Shen, and Voracek all digging for that puck.
Puck's gone!
Saying the puck's gone. It is still in there. And now McCabe after it. Simmons punches it to the corner. O'Reilly's over after it. And he is able to clear the zone. And O'Reilly will head off ice. Flyers power play at 18.2%. Sabres have been very good on the kill so far, as they have taken care of 13 of 14 man-down situations. Offside the call there.
And the Flyers looking to generate some momentum here in this second period after the Buffalo Sabres jumped all over them. Dave Haxtell changes up his unit here. The second grouping comes on the ice. And Wayne Simmons, the Flyers' best power play scoring threat, heads over to the bench.
Reed, Couturier, Konechny. In the second unit with Streit and Provorov. In the back line, pair of 19-year-olds out prior to the second power play unit for Philadelphia. There's Streit, who's twice that. He loves when I remind people that. That puck was off the stick and into the crowd. 56 seconds remaining on the power play. Tomorrow at 7, Joel Embiid and the Sixers tip off their season with a showdown against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Don't miss the Sixers season opener. This is Thunder coverage beginning tomorrow night at 7 right here on CSN. Good luck to Brett Brown and the Sixers as they begin their NBA season. Straight. Provorov. Now that is the Flyers try to get something going. Reed to Couturier, but his pass snuffed out by Bogosian, who clears. With a rush attempt here, 32 seconds on the man advantage. Konechny full-born across the line. Goes on and tips it back to Provorov to Streit. Streit will take the shot. Blocked in front, bounces to Konechny. Konechny trying to get it back to the point, but he's knocked down. And the Sabres clear. Fans were a little restless here at the Wells Fargo Center.
The Sabres penalty killers have to feel very good about that. They did an outstanding job of eliminating a couple of rush opportunities for the Flyers, and then once the puck was in the zone, they won the battle. Terrific stuff from Buffalo.
Certainly, beginning of the year, they both serve suspension. Schenn for 3 games, Gudas for 6. His first game back tonight. What do they have to do? They're repeat offenders, and when you are a repeat offender, you have the honor of going to meet with the Dean of Discipline, Chris Pronger, former Flyer, who handles this, guys. I talked to Pronger, we all did in Chicago, and asked him, what do you got? What do you do? He says, you know what, buddy? I show guys videos of things they did well, and I want to show them things that they did not do well, the hits that are suspendable, and educate the players in terms of what they can do to be a good, honest, clean player down the road. Not that they're trying to play dirty, but they've been guys that have had themselves in trouble. And I think Pronger with his video is just trying to make sure that they're aware of what they're doing and how they can clean that up.
Yeah, Chris goes to the players, and Dale Weiss, expected back to the Flyers from a 3-game suspension on Thursday. Might be getting a visit from Chris as well. Weiss suspended for his hit for Vinian Holzer. So the Flyers with 3 players who've been suspended already. Schenn was for an action in the playoffs last year. Gudas for a preseason infraction, and Weiss here in the regular season. Schenn after the puck here. Belmars stepped into by Molson. Georges will go across to the line, and he dives to poke that puck into Oposo. O'Reilly after the line. Gudas is there. And the puck played back to the Buffalo line. Sam Reinhart will chip it in. Now it's Voracek. Manning, 8:40 remaining in this second period. Flyers trying to generate some offense. Voracek. It's off to Konechny. Konechny back to Voracek. Out of his skates to his stick. Around behind. Voracek now back to the point. McDonald plays it out to center ice as he and Gostisbehere got their signals crossed. Seems to have been a lot of that in this game. Now Gostisbehere turnover. Girgensons the other way. Girgensons the shot. Neubert the save. Not 100% sure where it was in his equipment, so we'll just get the face off.
Well, let's take a look now at the Wells Fargo great check of the hockey game. And Radko Gudas, he's back in the lineup. That is a good, clean hit. No need to see any disciplinarian over that. Shoulder to chest. Wells Fargo, great check of the game.
Flyers turning the puck over in the neutral zone again, leading to a Buffalo Sabres opportunity. After that hit, there's Gostisbehere, and Girgensons does a nice job sending the Sabres the other way for a chance against Michael Neubert.
Wayne Simmons now back to live action, trying to step around Bogosian. Back to the ice. Reed is in there. Outside up with Kulikov. Kulikov with some help. Grant got the puck ahead. Some fashion. He can Philadelphia zone. Provorov has to deal with Delorier. And now it's Fashing behind the net. Chop to the corner, but Grant goes and gets it. To the other corner. Delorier will get it as far as Claude Giroux. Through the right wing feed, Brandon Manning gains the line. Waits, fires, save. The stick. Niels puck high in the air. Bogosian who clears it out. Provorov puts it back in. And to play it carefully with Bogosian. Rammed into the wall by Vandevelde for his trouble. Kulikov fires on a pass. Gudas back to the Buffalo line. Looking for Vandevelde. Bogosian instead. Kulikov out to the neutral zone. Sabres, nothing fancy getting it out of their zone. Here's Lubimov with a shot and a save. Nielsen had to flash that pad out. Lubimov bidding for his first NHL goal. Now it's Foligno the other way. Into the zone. Udis in, finishes the check. Flyers will move it to the corner and clear the zone. Come your way from Wells Fargo Center, icing the call here. A great crew here in Philadelphia. And tomorrow night on NBCSN, it's Wednesday night rivalry. Old Original Six match up the Bruins and Rangers from Madison Square Garden. Always fun.
Bruins getting beat up pretty good tonight so far. The Minnesota Wild up 4-0 on Boston in Boston. Malkin Subban getting the start. PK's younger brother.
There's a shot by McCabe that's blocked. Now back to the point, a shot blocked as well. And to poke it ahead is Van de Velde. Bruins must be looking ahead to that game against the Rangers.
You never know. But I have my doubts.
Crosby back in the lineup for Pittsburgh, has scored a goal. They stay out. He'll be in Philadelphia Saturday for the first Battle of Pennsylvania. Penalty upcoming against Philadelphia here. Delayed call. Nielsen already to the bench. Extra attacker out for Buffalo. Stalainen goes across ice. Larson takes it back. Pursued by Shen. Stalainen moving up to center. Flyers harass him, but the Sabres still have the puck. Georges in, but offside call. 5:42 remaining in the second. Sabres with a 2-goal lead and going to the power.
Barrett picks up a penalty for hooking in the defensive zone. Buffalo has played a perfect road game so far, and it's paid dividends here in the second period. They already have 2 goals, one of them coming on their last power play, just 6 seconds in, and they go back to work here.
2 minutes for hooking. Time 14 minutes, 18 seconds.
Flyers just trying to steady themselves here. The Sabres trying to close in for the kill. As Eric Mack takes the draw against Boyd Gordon. Gordon had an outstanding night on draws last night, and he won that one. Belmar gets some air underneath that and bounce it all the way down. Dmitry Kulikov is back. Kulikov still just 25 years old. Seems like he's been in the league for about 15 years. Moves the puck on the board. Lands it around behind. McDonald's cleared. It's knocked down. McDonald also getting knocked down. Lands it over to try to keep it in. He could not. And then he's run at by Van de Velde, but Van de Velde lost his balance as well. And it's Kulikov who winds up with the puck. Franzen it across for Ennis. Weaving his way toward the line, then turning back. 1:15 remaining in the power play. Ennis getting it to the point. Kulikov moves it in along the boards, then back to Ennis. Ennis takes a look to the top of the circle. In front, redirection try by Gianta. That one back the side to the corner boards. But the other side of the ice, Sabres are on. Franzen along, all the way back out to Kulikov. 50 seconds on the man advantage. Franzen will take the shot, seen all the way by Neuberg, snares it, and hangs on.
Sabres top unit will have an opportunity to jump out here for the second part of this power play. The last time they were on the ice, they picked up the power play goal. Matt Molson with an outstanding effort off the faceoff. Flyers with some sloppy defending, and Molson picked up his 3rd goal of the season. All power play goals, and he's back out here trying to get another one.
Worked extremely hard in the offseason. Understood. Things did not go well for him, Matt Molson, last year or two, but off to a good start. There's this shot, and that one hit a body or stick in front. Now another shot, Molson, he scores! Matt Molson, his 2nd of the night, his 4th of the year, all on the power play, and it's 3-0 Buffalo.
Like a different player this year, Matt Molson finds that quiet spot in the offensive zone, stick on the ice, a quick shot as the Flyers look like they're going to make a goaltender change. Steve Mason looks like he's going to get ready to come in here from Michael Neuvert. It's all about hustle on the Sabres part, though. Good decisions with the puck, a smart pass from Ristolainen, and a goal for Matt Molson.
Yeah, and here's Steve Mason is coming in. But you see the puck loose? And Matt Molson, a lot probably like Matt Reed, Jonesy, in terms of, getting the early season bounces, things going your way, but putting pucks to the net, when you do that, good things will happen. The Flyers got to wake up somehow. How are you going to do it now? Down 3-0, you change the goalie and see if this will spark the team late in the second period here.
Matt Molson, smile. He's a guy who scored 30 goals 3 times in his career. He can't score. There's Mason coming in, replacing Neuwirth, who was pulled for a second consecutive start. He was pulled in Chicago.
Same score when he was pulled in that, or actually it was 4-0 in the Chicago game when he left. The Flyers stormed back and actually tied that game 4-4 before losing eventually 7-4. Neuwirth did not get the loss in that game because the Flyers evened the score. Mason actually picked up the loss.
Dave Hackstall, and now we see that this one's being reviewed. I can only assume it's to see if the puck was across the line, right?
Not 100% sure of that. It's the linesmen don't come over now this year to look at offsides either, but they are looking.
Goaltender interference is the charge.
Yeah, they're just wondering if that's why Michael Neuwirth looked a little bit off balance there. But on that initial shot, it didn't seem like a whole lot. There's Reinhart in front. And no, he did not appear to make any contact with Michael Neuwirth. I don't expect this to be a very long review process.
And clearly the puck in. And
here's more contact here. A long time prior to that puck going in.
We're about to get the call from Garrett Rink.
After video review, there was no goaltender interference on the play. We have a good goal. Philadelphia loses their timeout.
Dave Hackstall did spend the time while the review was taking place giving his team some instruction with some authority.
And it's time. In this game, they played very well in Montreal last night. Lost a disappointing game late after being tied 1-1 a long way into the third period against Carey Price and the Canadiens, but they've been flat here from the start.
Down 3 with less than 4 minutes to play here in the second period. Lino gets that one in. Neuwirth leaves, having allowed 3 goals on 17 shots. Here's Giroux. Mark Streit sizing things up. He'll chip one off the glass, but that's just going to wind up on the stick of Josh Jordan. And now Hudson Fasching. Cross ice for Marcus Foligno. Banking it deeper to Philadelphia ice. Marco Gudis is there, and he'll get it to Streit. Strike's long outlet, finds Reed, but he couldn't get the puck past Bogosian. And now Kulikov. They go off of Couturier. Flyers will pursue the puck here. Voracek collides with Gergensen. They both end up on the ice. Konecny to the puck, turns with it, but his pass is knocked aside. Reinhart goes the other way, 2-on-2 with Ennis. And they lose control and end up offside at the Philadelphia line. Sabres retouch, so no whistle. Flyers have the puck. Manning winding it in to the Buffalo zone. Voracek flashing after it. Voracek has been piling up the points. Into the top 10 in the NHL in points with his goal last night. Comes away with the puck here. Tried to chip that in front, but was knocked down by Ennis, who's had a good two-way game here. Ennis to Reinhart. Off in the right wing, Gergensen's back for Reinhart. Angle shot save. Mason and it's cleared up and out of play into the safety netting. Might have been a Flyer playing it there for a penalty, and it is.
Travis Konecny contacting that puck in the air was not intentional, but it is by rule a penalty as he knocked the puck.
Penalty to number 11, 2 minutes
and
to
it
play
went
game.
straight up and over the glass. Fans here don't like it, but it's the correct call. Get a look at it here as Konecny looks up as well. There's Reinhardt's shot to the net, and watch the stick of Travis Konecny right there. Makes contact with the shaft of the stick. He's trying to knock it and go the other way, but it goes straight up and over the glass.
Power play number 4. And the Sabres already with 2 power play goals. Want to keep an eye on number 26. Matt Molson. Here's O'Reilly. Dropping it back. Poso. And O'Reilly. Molson in the slot. Reinhart in front of the net. O'Reilly gets it back out. Ristolainen, a shot goes wide, and it's punched wide. They center it back out in front. There's Ristolainen. Through Molson all the way to the boards, and then back out to Ryan O'Reilly. Into Molson for a shot that rides high off the glass. Alaposo fires deep in the box here. That pass across, knocked down by Gordon. Trying to clear it. The Flyers couldn't. Belmar could not. Down low. Reinhart chipping it to Molson for the shot. Mason the save. Back out in front. O'Reilly missed it. And it goes all the way down. Molson close to the hat trick. And then O'Reilly, he would have had net to shoot at, but he couldn't handle the puck. Flyers after the loose puck here. Mandevelde got it to Lubimov. But the Sabres have it back, and it's Ennis with speed. To Derek Grant. Manning will cut it off to Philadelphia. Kulikov backhands it in along. There's Ennis. Tyler Ennis. Back across ice. Friends and a shot off the crossbar. And back out it goes to Ennis. Ennis centering it in front. That one tipped away from Gianta. Back out Kulikov. A lot of opportunities for the Sabres. Near misses for sure, but unable to capitalize on this particular power play thus far. Another way, Vandevelde. The puck finally taken away from him by Grant. Just 13 seconds remain in the power play, 32 seconds in the second period. And a shot that's blocked in front. Gianta gets to it. Down behind the net, out the other way, Kulikov to Grant. Power play's over, 16 seconds in the period. And the Flyers have it, and then they turn it over. Larson to steal. Couturier couldn't get it away from him. Larson holding on around behind the net. And Larson changed of direction, centered it in front. One last whack at it. It came on through, and that's it. For period number 2, it was all Sabres. They scored 3 times. Matt Molson scoring twice, both in the power play. 3-0. Couturier has his stick broken on that face-off by Ryan O'Reilly. He goes to the bench. And instead of getting a new stick and getting out back on the ice, he goes to the bench and takes a seat. That shot denied by Mason is Matt Molson, who already has 2 fired away. Here's Travis Konechny. Back to Provorov for a shot gloved by Anders Nielsen. And no further play.
This game has been about Flyer turnovers and the Sabres taking full advantage of that. Buffalo has been aggressive in the neutral zone. They've made very good decisions defensively, and the Flyers have refused to chip pucks in deep and go get them. And because of that, Buffalo has been turning those pucks that have been turned over into scoring chances going the other way.
Yeah, and the problem too, Jonesy, is you lose your momentum when you turn the puck over too much. So that's where the Flyers have stymied themselves. They've been their own worst enemy.
Shot by Andrew McDonald off the draw goes wide. Josh George is there for Buffalo. Marcus Foligno and now ahead. And Larson spun it through center. The Flyers have it right back. Matt Reed put up on this line with Giroux and Simmons. And Dave Axtell so far sticking with those combinations. Goss to spare, listing one, knocked down. A shot and a save by Nielsen through traffic as Reed got that through and in on goal. And Nielsen's made the saves. He's very calm in net. His very first start for the Buffalo Sabres, and he's 21 for 21.
Tested a lot in the first period and some quality chances against him. Made some top-notch saves, including one on Matt Reed, who had the semi-breakaway attempt, and he tried to wrap past the foot of Nielsen. He kicked it away.
Belmar keeps that in for Philadelphia. Pushes it ahead. Braden Shen playing with Belmar and Cousins here tonight. Gudas to strike. Back to Radko Gudas. Quick shot. And a save. That one may have changed direction, but Nielsen again kept it out of the net. Shen taken in by Kulikov. Cousins couldn't come up with it. Sabres do. Here's Girgensons. Girgensons to the puck. Finds, fires, and Mason to save. And no rebound.
Dan Bilesma changing up his lines a little bit for this game tonight, and it's paid dividends. The Girgensons line has been very effective in eating up some quality minutes and productive along the way as well. Sam Reinhart playing center tonight on that line, and Girgensson showing some good jump as he gets another shot towards the net. Picked up an assist on Tyler Ennis's goal that started the scoring for the Sabres. They've now changed that goal from Girgensons to Ennis.
Latvia, he was the highest ever Latvian pick when he went 14th overall to the Sabres back in 2012.
NHL All-Star.
That's correct. Here's Jake Voracek with some room. Voracek a shot, and that one off of Nielsen in the outside of the net. He's got it back, does Voracek to Provorov, and it snuck out to center ice. So when he played it back in, offside call.
The right idea there for Provorov, trying to pull that shot and the puck into a shooting area where he could get it past the blocking Buffalo Sabre forward, but when he took his eye off the puck to try to aim it, he allowed the puck to slip over the blue line, and the Flyers once again forced to come out for a face-off outside of the zone.
Sabres win the draw and clear the puck down. Provorov is there to Couturier. That right wing pass denied by Derek Grant. Sabres certainly content right now to close things down in the neutral zone, prevent the Flyers from getting anything going with speed into the zone. A lot of the Flyers offense this year has been generated off the rush. Sabres are closing that down.
And the Flyers have not made great decisions with the puck at the offensive blue line, and a big reason why Buffalo has not spent a lot of time in their own zone.
Ristolainen gets it out to center. Gostisbehere for McDonald. And out to the Buffalo line, but Ristolainen has it back. We go across to Josh Gordon. And ahead, intercepted. Here's Chris Vandevelde. Vandevelde trying to cut to the middle. He's taken down a penalty. Hudson fashing the guilty party here, and the Flyers will get a power play. Not quite 3 minutes into this third period, and a chance to try to get a comeback started.
And a rare Buffalo Sabre turnover right there that Chris Vandevelde jumped all over. Forces the Sabres into a position where they have to take a penalty. It's Fashing that picks it up. It was Georges that turned the puck over.
Well, this is where the Flyers here have their early third period opportunity down 3. You get one here, you make the other team think about it a little bit here. So this is a really big power play for Philadelphia.
They get the draw back to Voracek, and now Gostisbehere. The second power play of the game for Philadelphia. Voracek holds, fires, save, Nielsen, rebound, poked up on top of the net. And Nielsen will just pin it right there. That's when things are going well for you.
They are. Voracek makes the right decision, as he has so often in the early going this season. He steps forward towards the net, gets a good shooting angle, and Simmons gets a stick on that, goes up and over Nielsen. Look how tall he is. He's on his knees, and he's able to just reach over and put his hand on top of it.
Still perfect. There's Nielsen. The Sabres win the draw and clear all the way down. And O'Reilly in the honors. Now it's Gostisbehere. Takes a look behind him and drops the puck to Giroux. Slim shot pass. Now the right wing Voracek. Voracek taking a look. Settles things. Cross to Giroux. Gostisbehere back to Giroux for the shot. Hit Shen. And then tried to make the pass to Simmons. Winds up back at the point. Gostisbehere. Across. Voracek the shot, and that one finds glass. Giroux trying to keep it in, rams it back down behind the net from Simmons. Wayne Simmons has 2 Sabres to deal with. Shen evens things up with the puck to Ristolainen, and he'll clear.
How smooth is he?
He's really good, Jonesy. Watching a lot of him. He just makes it look easy.
Simmons does not lose many puck battles, and Ristolainen did exactly what Chris was talking about. A simple play and fired it all the way down the ice.
Wright turns it over. Couturier gets it back. Sean Couturier wheeling on in, now turns back and sets it up. Second unit out for Philadelphia. Provorov, wrist shot, save, Nielsen, rebound, Reed had a stab at it. But could not get it on goal. Now it's connected to Couturier. Couturier taking a look, connecting to the side of the net, now in front. Here's a shot, Provorov, they score! Connecting, redirects, and gets his first NHL tally. The two 19-year-olds collaborate, and the Flyers are on the board. It's 3-1 on the power play goal, connecting on the board in the NHL.
This kid just gets it. He wanted the puck the entire power play, slapping his stick on the ice, calling for it. and eventually working his way to the front of the net. Watch him win the battle here behind the net, and he's going to tap for the puck a couple of different times. He does not receive it, so he heads to the front of the net and does a nice job of redirecting that shot from Provorov.
Yeah, great hockey sense by Konechny. One side to the other, he followed the puck, had his eyes on it, and he's able to finish it off.
Provorov and Streit with an assist at 4:30. So the Flyers get that power play goal and are within 2. Anyway, Provorov in 7 games already shown the ability to putting that puck in places where players can deflect it. Done it more than once. Konechny certainly the skill to put it away. Here's Rabimov with a shot, and that one loved by Nielsen. He'll hang on.
The Flyers have some jump here after Travis Konechny picks up his first National Hockey League goal, and you'll see him just slide in front. Number 11 in orange there, providing a screen and showing some great hand-eye coordination. Provorov once again gets that shot through from the point.
Moment he will not forget.
There's always that fan getting in the way of the perfect shot.
That was a headshot. Could be suspended.
There's Gostisbehere looking for a lane. He fires. That one went wide, perhaps off a deflection. Now Reed in front, save. Couturier had it go off his stick and was blocked in front. Gostisbehere kept it into Simmons. And Simmons lost it out to center as he was checked. Now Wayne fires it back down the ice. It did not touch his saber, and so icing the call.
Well, the Flyers, without question, have some jump here. Travis Konechny has provided them with that here in the third period, and he's been going all night again. I mean, you look at some of the things that Konechny has done, the shots in the first period where he's in open spaces, the terrific pass there across for a chance from Andrew McDonald, another feed from Voracek that Konechny fired on net, and then the tip here that has given the Flyers some much-needed life after 2 very disappointing periods.
Nice points, 5 of his first 7 NHL games. O'Reilly a shot, Mason the save. There's contact there with him. He lost the stick momentarily, gets it back. Now Gostisbehere trying to start the rush. The pass to Simmons. Simmons fire one off the stick and wide. Kulikov. Cleared, right up on the play, but a post so feathers it out to the neutral zone. He gets it right back, and now it's Streit. Radko Gudas and Voracek. Cuts on a dime. Voracek, then a pass off a skate, picked up by Streit. They'll wind it deep into the Sabres zone. Kulikov's backcourt to Bogosian. Off the skate of Larson. Foligno gobbles it up. We'll get to Bogosian. 13:40 remaining in the third. 3-1. Leonta redirects into the Philadelphia zone. Streit outletting on the money to Voracek. Picks it out of his skates, gains the line, twists it deep. Konechny back it away from Ristolainen. Provorov in from the point. Got it in the corner, now it's Konechny. Konechny playing it to Voracek. Out. Voracek and Giroux. As Gudas goes back to play the puck. Provorov stripped of the puck. Larson has it. Cutting it on goal. A shot, and it rides high and wide. I don't believe Mason had to get a piece of that. Mason watches as that puck rolls all the way around. Konechny a backhanded chop, and it finds Braden Shen. Shen by himself on this rush for the moment. Moves up. Now centers it into the high slot. Puck is tipped. Kept alive by the Flyers, but now Delorier charges up. Delorier off on the right wing to Derek Grant. Grant a shot, save Mason. Rebound in front. As Bellmeyer got it out of harm's way. Counter rush. Availabilities for the Sabres as the Flyers try to push the envelope at the other end. Here's Cousins. Did not get past McCabe. Banked it back out to the neutral zone. Gostisbehere has it there. He'll sling it in. Nielsen cutting it off for McCabe. Delorier able to redirect it past Shen. Shen gets to it in the neutral zone, back to Gostisbehere. Now McDonald approach the 8-minute mark of this third period. Completely different pace right now than we've seen for much of this game as Cousins Floats it deep. Simmons after it. Hurted to the wall by Bogosian, but the Flyers get the puck. McDonald winds and fires. Glove! Save Nielsen. Through a crowd, he spotted it, and he made the save. He could not, however, stop Travis Konechny, whose redirection has him on the board, and the Flyers as well.
This is the save of the game. Matt Reed, who's been on fire for the Flyers early in the year, makes a great move. And Nielsen is up to the task. The only goal he let in was a couple moments ago as Travis Konechny got his first NHL goal.
Konechny's back out there with Giroux and Voracek. Dave Haxtell feels the kid's hot. And put him with two of the skilled players on the team. Of course, Voracek and Giroux are not normally on the same line either, so he's loading up here to get the offense going. Up to Gostisbehere, plays it to open space. Voracek finds it. Voracek barreling in on the right wing. Back out, McDonald, a shot, and it's deflected off the stick and into the safety net. Gives us a chance to give you the answer to our Jeep trivia question. How many times have the Flyers defeated the Sabres in the regular season? And even 50, including overtimes and shootouts. The Flyers have a 50-25 home record against the Sabres. 12 ties. We mentioned earlier, Flyers 6-0-2 in their last 8 home games against Buffalo. Haven't lost in regulation here since March of 11. That is in jeopardy here tonight, as they are down 3-1. Kulikov for Buffalo. Harassed. Got the puck across to Bogosian, and now sent deeper by Oposo. Mark straight. Surveying. Right wing feed is on the tape to Belmar. Kulikov meets him at the Buffalo line, and the Flyers are offside.
Dave Haxtell using Belmar out there against the Buffalo Sabres top line here tonight. Ryan O'Reilly's unit. Belmar does take some of those checking jobs for Dave Haxtell. It's not just Sean Couturier doing that this season. It's Belmar and his line mates, which have been rotating throughout the game here as Dave Haxtell is looking to try to get something generated offensively.
Couturier wins the neutral zone draw and strike. Wind it deep. Ricochets to McCabe. McCabe kept it away from Simmons. Reed got it away from Molson, but the Sabres get it back. And Oposo will just tip it out to the neutral zone. Straight across. Okay, Gudis ahead. Couturier's tip pass knocked down. Gudis gets it back. Radko Gudis charges in. He'll take a shot off the shin pad. McCabe got in the way. Gudis follows in on Friends in the centering pass. Deflects back out to Strite. Now Simmons a shot. Probably going wide. Gloved anyway by Nielsen.
The majority of this third period being played in the Buffalo Sabres zone, and a lot of face-offs. Dave Haxtell, of course, will continue to pump out his top line here. Konechny jumps on again with Giroux and Voracek. It looks like that's going to be his go-to threesome here in the third period. And the Sabres have had lots of conversations about defensive zone coverage after face-offs.
Well, they win the draw to the Flyers. Voracek a shot, skids wide. Sam Reinhart to the puck. Back to Georges, up the wall. Knocked down. Flyers keep it in the zone. Manning trying to get that to the slot, but Giroux is all tied up. Now it's Ennis. He has officially been given credit for that goal. Second period, side of the net Reinhart, back to Ennis. Sabres trying to set up camp in the Flyer zone. In the third period, they haven't done it too much. Girgensson sends that one wide of the net. Georges, out by Provorov, is looking for the outlet. He finds Voracek. Voracek too far for Giroux. He'll play it off the boards. Girgensons and Ristolainen are right there to meet him. Girgensson back to Ristolainen. Checked by Voracek, but calmly, as he seems to be calm all the time out there, just moves that puck through center and down the ice. Talk about poise for a 21-year-old. He got tangled up over by the Buffalo bench. There was a loose glove for a moment. Here's Kulikov. And it goes off Belmar into the Buffalo bench. Play stopped. We passed the midpoint of period number.
This hockey game, and that man, Matt Molson, is the recipient. Pair of goals here on the power play. You can see the backhander. He gets things cooking early. And then another one, almost same position, just in that slot area. That beats Neuvirth. Goaltender change after that. 2 goals by Matt Molson is the Toyota turning point of this hockey game. He's had a lot of chances, more than just the 2 goals that went in as well.
19th career 2-goal game. He's made it 3 a trio of times in his career. And as the Sabres clear this one all the way down, they will call that icing as Bellemare had the slight edge on Johan Larsson going back.
And another defensive zone face-off for the Buffalo Sabres. Playing with fire here in the 3rd period. The 3-goal lead is now a 2-goal lead. Dan Bilesma having a conversation with his assistant coach, Bob Woods.
Terry Murray, another assistant coach on bench, of course, familiar to Flyers fans, former head coach and player. There's Matt Reed, lapped up by Bogosian behind the net. Now Wayne Simmons to it. Simmons out to the point, straight a shot. Again, seen all the way by Nielsen. He'll glove it. And is in no hurry to put the puck back in play. The Flyers played last night. A game that was a hard-fought game up in Montreal. The Sabres have been resting since Thursday, so you'd think at this point whether or not the Flyers can overcome the fatigue, yet the Flyers seem to have the momentum here in the 3rd.
Sometimes you think you're tired till you get down 3-0 and your head coach gives you a couple of reminders on how important the game is. And I have to believe that's what happened between the 2nd and 3rd period. And the Flyers have come out and don't look as tired.
Gostisbehere into the slot, but swarmed upon by white jerseys, and they had nowhere to go with the puck. So Gianta will bounce one deep. The Sabres again go for a change. And Strite is stripped by Marcus Foligno. Giroux comes back to try to help him out, but it's O'Reilly instead. Giroux bumps him, but the Sabres stay after the puck. Well, Poso strong on that puck, but now Strite scoops it ahead to Giroux. Giroux will send it in, hoping for Matt Reed. Reed back out now, this time with Giroux and Voracek. Wait for that puck to come free. Voracek put down by Ristolainen. Voracek powers through him, got it out to Manning. Manning looking for a lane, there was none. Now back out, Konechny, a shot goes wide, bounces to Provorov. Puck was rolling on him. Now Provorov, double team, knocked down. Crowd wants a penalty, they won't get it. Provorov around to Voracek. Voracek trying to ram it home, but Nielsen was right there. Now Voracek the other side. Out to Manning at the point. Right along the line. Get it to the other side of the ice. Giroux could not get it past Poulsen, who clears. Now Provorov is back to Konechny. Now there's Konechny wheeling back into his own zone. Less than 7.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd. A 2-goal deficit for the Flyers. Provorov spun back by Ennis. Shovels it to the red line. Could not get the pass off to Shen, and now he'll the other way. It's Reinhart for a shot save. Mason, rebound. It's loose in the slot for a moment. Now Franzen fires. That's blocked. It's a race out in center. Cousins trying to get there, but Girgensons will get there first. Cross ice from McCabe. And he cleared that. It bounces away from the Flyer bench and no icing. Donald. Edward Bellemare in the middle. Cousins with room. Off in the left wing, Shen. Shen, a weak shot, and the save made by Nielsen. He'll cover up.
Jake Voracek continuing to show great hustle down in the corner. He made a couple of good plays to keep the Flyers in the zone, and he has, along with his line mate Travis Konechny, been one of the more effective Flyers in this game. It's a short list, but 93 has been there, and made a couple of good offensive plays trying to create more here in the 3rd period, and you can be sure he's going to be out here a lot in the last 6.5 minutes.
Sabres win the defensive zone draw, did not clear the zone. McDonald kept it in, a pile up, back to McDonald for a shot that whistles wide. Some bashing over, and it went off of Gudis into the Buffalo bench. Tip of the finger damage there for Ivan Provorov. Across and working on him.
Provorov doesn't seem to be that bothered by it, though. You can see he's feeling a little pain there. And he's excited to get back on the ice. Picked up another assist here tonight. He's had 3 shots on goal, and you can see the ice time there. He continues to play a ton of minutes.
Sabres push the puck into the Philadelphia zone. Right. Gets it to Couturier, and across it goes to Matt Reed. Reed chips it in, hoping for Simmons. To the corner he goes. Foligno there. Couturier did not knock the puck down. Streit pinches in, pokes it back to the corner. Foligno. On the other side, Gostisbehere tries to pinch. He got rammed into by Larson, and the puck out to center ice. Streit has it there. His pass looking for a cutting Simmons, never got there. Sabres then cleared all the way down, wide of the net. At the outside of the net, icing is called.
Giroux line quickly jumps on the ice for Dave Haxtell for another offensive zone faceoff. The Flyers face the Coyotes and Penguins on home ice this week, and great seats remain. Call 215-218-PUCK tonight to secure your tickets.
A lot of home ice play. Flyers in a stretch where they play 14 of 21 games at home. Puck bouncing back out, and across to Provorov. Had trouble controlling it. Was jabbed out to center by Giante. Sabres, 2-goal lead with 5:40 to play in the third. Here's Giroux. Heading off to Voracek, right up the middle. Voracek trying to cut to the slot. Sabres knocked it away. So that puck was kept in the zone, and Sabres get it back. O'Reilly to Oposo. To throw it out of his own. O'Reilly stopped by Provorov. Now it's whipped across ice to Konechny. Konechny tried a quick pass to the middle. It was snuffed out. The Sabres cleared. Andrew McDonald. Gets to Schenn. Schenn through Cousins. And sent right back in by Buffalo. Time a wasting. The Flyers go back. McDonald ahead. Belmar catches up to it. Yep, and then he overskated. Franzen got it to Reinhart. Sam Reinhart trying to clear, couldn't. Belmar got it back into the corner, but there's Jake McCabe. We'll go across ice to Ennis. He's forced by McDonald. We'll go back to Franzen and across from McCabe. Trying to clear the zone, he won't. Belmar to it. Belmar shot, deflected and went wide. And Schenn got a piece of it. Now Cousins around behind the net for Schenn. And we'll skip through to Belmar. To the point, Gudis. Some room, wrist shot, blocked out high. Went wide to Streit, he'll wind and fire. Now it's just to Cousins. And Cousins turning with it. Gets it to Streit at the point. Cross ice Gudis. The wrister, that hit Schenn, bounces back toward Gudis. Tipped past him by Gergensen. Some tired players for the Sabres. Gudis turns with it, quick pass to Couturier. Then across the line, Couturier, waiting, firing, finds Streit, shot, save made, Nielsen, and he covers up. The seed parted for Streit, but Nielsen, the last obstacle, was there, and it's still 3-1. This game is brought to you by Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. And by Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com during Toyota's Safety First sales event. Flyers trying to find a way to get within one and then maybe put some pressure on the Sabres late in this one. They trail 3-1. They win the draw. Streit with the puck. In the corner to Voracek. Voracek sealed off by Sabres and Zach Bogosian. Jonathan chops it out to the neutral zone. It's all about getting that puck out of the zone now for the Sabres. Tell they're a hungry hockey team.
Brian Gianta, the great leader that he has been around the National Hockey League for a long time, makes some smart, intelligent plays in his own zone.
Voracek again surrounded by the Sabres, could not move in. Now he's got the puck again, but his pass, he got decked. Voracek got decked by Kulikov. Flyers will go to his aid. Voracek is skating right off the ice. Kulikov has a history. Voracek not going to the locker room as Jim McCrossin comes over to check him out.
The Flyers careful though not to take a penalty because of the power play opportunity and the time of the game, down a couple of goals. Voracek being looked at by Jimmy McCrossin, and you can see as Voracek gets the puck and makes a play, he moves it, and then a real late hit high to the head from Kulikov. And at this angle, we might be able to see if he goes through the body first or if it's just head contact, and that's head contact.
Sure is, Jonesy.
A nasty hit, which could be a 5-minute major, and both referees will have a conversation here.
Puck is long gone. And this is going to be a real interesting call.
Garrett Rank and Chris Lee talking it over. Kulikov is already in the box. And now the call.
2 minutes for charging.
2 minutes. Charging.
So the referees determined on the ice that the head was not the principal point of contact. We'll take one more look at that. This angle from where the referee actually is looking. And he goes, to me, it really looks like the initial contact was with the head, but the league will look at it. Jake Voracek, of course, now heads in to be examined. There are spotters in the crowd now for the National Hockey League. And they can call down to make sure that a player who looks like he has had head contact is checked out by the trainers and the doctors.
And really the evidence there is his helmet pops off. I mean, it's not really, I think, Voracek's reaction as much as the physical evidence of the hit itself.
Yeah, no doubt.
So the Flyers without Voracek for this important power play. Gostisbehere's shot is deflected out high. They play with a high stick by Buffalo, so the faceoff will go back into the Buffalo zone. Players who might feel they're okay don't like this, having to leave the bench, especially at a key time like this. He's going to take out his frustration on his stick, but it's really in their own best interest. Here's Simmons off the draw, holds, fires, Nielsen the save. Big goaltender staying right with Simmons, who tried to wait him out. Could not, and it's still 3-1.
You can see the reaction by Simmons after the save by Nielsen. A little frustration as he grabs that puck, makes a couple of nice dekes with it and tried to get it up and over the arm, but Nielsen manages to stay with it. An outstanding save.
Strike keeps the puck in, got it with his stick to Schenn, back to Strike. Will deal it across ice to Giroux. Giroux in the slot to Schenn, they score! Braden Schenn blasting it home, power play goal, and the Flyers are within one with 2:56 to play.
Kulikov exits the box, and the Flyers take full advantage of the interference penalty to Kulikov, which was actually called charging. And here's the pass across. Get a good look at Braden Schenn, number 10, who does a nice job of being in that passing lane and fires it. He gets down low, digs in, and blasts it home.
Look at this, how low Schenn gets down. Right down on the knee, right before the torque and the stick. That's just adjusting. That's making his adjustment to open up for that one-timer. It wasn't perfect, but he made it perfect. This is an interesting game now, guys. Just under 3 to go.
Schenn has his first of the year. 4 of the 5 goals in this game on the power play. Each team with a pair. Flyers come right back in. We'll keep an eye on Mason now as the Flyers try to press, tie this game up. Reed and Simmons digging away at Reinhart. Reinhart did well to keep them at bay. Listen to the other side of the ice. There's Provorov, who will drop it back. Shot Couturier, and it's blocked and taken out by Reinhart. To Foligno. Reinhart, good poke check by Manning, who took the stick up high penalty. Sabres will be shorthanded again. Flyers will go to the power play with a chance to tie the game.
Sabres hanging on here, and you can see Kulikov heading off the ice there too. Something happened behind the play to him. He was looking to the referee for some help, and at the other end of the ice, Reinhart ends up taking the penalty, and the Flyers head back to the power play, just down a goal now. There's Kulikov, who takes a slash from Simmons and really tried to sell that one, and then at the other end of the ice, it's Manning who gets high stick by Reinhart.
This is really interesting here with Buffalo, who hadn't made plays like this all game. They were chipping pucks in, getting them past the Flyers D. This one here doesn't work. They get penalized for it, and coming back out.
Sabres cleared all the way down, and the Flyers had the option of pulling Mason to get a 2-man advantage at some point in this power play. 2:15 remaining in regulation. 1:45 in the power play as Gostisbehere gets it to Giroux. Off to Gostisbehere, and across the line. Second-year defenseman settles things down. Deals to Giroux. The captain surveying. Sends it in, it goes in, rebound! shot into net. Now Simmons stays out straight. A shot save. It goes in. They score. They kept pounding away, and eventually it's in. And the game is tied at 3.
It looked like Mark Streit got a second crack at that puck and poked it with one hand on his stick. There's a huge crowd of players in the blue paint. You saw Dan Bilesma looking down at his TV monitor in the bench to check and see if there's contact with the goaltender as Braden Shen gets tackled there, and there's the poke by Streit with Shen laying down in the crease area, but he was taken down by Ristolainen right there and held down by the Sabre defenseman. There's the extra shot by Streit. It may have touched the back of the jersey of Shen before it went in.
Great job by Streit, though, coming down. You can see all the bodies. It's amazing it didn't go in initially. Simmons down, loose puck, no goalie, and then Streit, just good veteran knowledge and poise coming down and looking for the puck, not getting involved in all the massive bodies in front of the crease.
They are going to challenge, as you would suspect they would. I mean, that much confusion around the crease. Dan Bilesma has to challenge it, and this will be looked at. But the key here is the contact caused by the shove of Ristolainen.
And that will be what the determining factor will be for the officials as they take a look at this very important sequence of events. As you can see, the scramble in front. Nielsen's down there. There's the trip by Ristolainen. You can see the stick of the Sabre defender, the push to the back of Shen's head, and then the scramble there, the straight poke of the puck ends up sending it over. There's the contact right there, and both players making an effort to find the puck, and Streit rolls it in off the back of Braden Shen and into the net.
So they'll look this over. What do you think, Jonesy?
I think it's going to be a goal.
Yeah, I do too.
Just like I thought the Sabres were going to have a goal when Dave Haxtell challenged it in the second period. But this one is closer and a tougher call.
This one's not as clear-cut because there clearly was contact, but was it caused by the Buffalo defenseman? That's really, I think, what it comes down to here.
And to me, it's where Nielsen was in his crease at the time that all the crashing took place in and around him. He'd already committed to go across. There you can see how far he is over there. He's not being pushed over there. He's almost out of the blue paint at that point. Makes a great save with the stick, by the way, and keeping it out. And then you can see the masses.
After reviewing the play, there is no goaltender interference. They have a good goal.
Officially, it's tied. They're going to give credit to Mark Streit. Might be changed to Shen's goal because it might have hit him on the way in, but it's Streit's goal for now from Simmons and Giroux.
Just would depend where Shen was on the goal line, if his shoulder was over when the puck touched it or not.
So the Flyers have come all the way back and tied this game at 3. There's still 1:45 to play in regulation. And here come the Sabres. Get it back to the point. Kulikov around behind the net. O'Reilly tried to get it off the back of the mesh. He did. Manning to Couturier, but he did not get it out of the zone. Kulikov the shot. Block goes wide, and then swept back behind the net by Mason. Couturier there, and he didn't clear again. This is knocked down by Oposo, and now it's out to center. Bulldozing through is Simmons. Gets it to Regis. Simmons the shot, and he found iron. Off iron as the Flyers that close to taking the lead. Oohs and ahs from the crowd here at Wells Fargo Center. The team that's been busy and played last night, pouring it on in the third. The team that was well rested, hanging on. Go figure.
Jake Voracek returns to the ice for the Flyers after taking that hit from Kulikov.
He has passed the test. He's good to go. Here's Gianta. Laying it out to center. Gudis knocks it down. Plays it off. Voracek into the Buffalo zone. 45 seconds remain in regulation. No icing here. Oh, now they say there is icing. I heard him say no icing. Instead said icing, so the Flyers an offensive zone draw.
Well, the Buffalo Sabres allowed the Flyers back in this game by taking penalties. Konechny with a redirection goal there. A beautiful pass across to Braden Shen, and then when Reinhart's in the box, the goalie pulled. It's Braden Shen in front of that. It's Mark Streit that pokes the puck up and over. Flyers celebrate. We got a 3-3 game here.
Flyers self-inflicted early, Buffalo in the third.
3 power play goals for the Flyers. The Sabres were 13 of 14 in the kill coming in, but here in the third period, the Flyers power play is undamaged. 40 seconds left, off the draw. Shen to the puck. Drew tried a shot right off the face-off. It was snuffed out, but Shen to Gudis, to McDonald. McDonald to Giroux, backhander! Glances off of Nielsen and goes out the other side. Foligno charges up with it. Got it as far as Gudis, who knocks it back to center. And now Voracek will play it back to Radko. 20 seconds in regulation. Donald circles back and gets to Gudis. To Couturier. Pass off of Simmons. Simmons stopped by Kulikov. Time for one more push by the Sabres. Gianta flings in. That's gloved by Mason, and he hangs on to the puck. So the Sabres will get an offensive zone draw.
The Flyers very close to having too many men on the ice. Provorov realized it at the last second and quickly headed back to the bench. Nobody wearing stripes noticed it. Wayne Simmons trying to give the Flyers a lead here. Blasts away with a heck of a shot. It's high, it's glove side, and it's right off the goalpost there above the glove of Nielsen.
He thought it was in too. Simmer had the little cheer ready to go. And Dan Bilesma looking for too many men on the ice right before this draw.
Gordon and O'Reilly. 4.3 on the clock. And Gordon got it to Brandon Manning. He'll just protect the puck. Sabres dig away, but time runs out. On period number 3. What a third period it was for the Flyers. Konechny, Shen, and Streit all on the power play. And the Flyers erase a 3-0 deficit and force overtime here in South Philadelphia. Streit, the final tally. And so extra hockey coming up.
Anders Nielsen, 35 saves. Travis Konechny, his first ever National Hockey League goal. Braden Shen, his first of the season. And Mark Streit's got a 3-point game going. All 3 points coming in the third period, and all 3 points on the power play.
And so 3-on-3 overtime. Each team experiencing this for the second time this season. Both teams lost in their first experience with it. The Flyers losing in overtime in Arizona. They pushed the pace. They had all kinds of chances to win that game, and then the counterpunch from the Coyotes. And they won it. Underway, 1 point for each club. Another point to be had. Here's Simmons. Wayne Simmons now behind the net, out the other side. Takes a look, and then his passes to McDonald. Andrew McDonald. And then is checked in the corner by Georges. Simmons in to get the puck. O'Reilly on him. Now they're tied up in the corner. A possession game in the 3-on-3. Puck dug loose by Ristolainen, and so possession belongs to Buffalo. Flyers trying to make a change. That's the big challenge. 3-on-3, making those changes on the fly. Ristolainen settling down behind his net. Flip it out to center to Larson. Turns back with it. And Gostisbehere and Claude Giroux created a lot of magic in the overtimes last year out right now. There's Oposo getting away from Voracek. Oposo chased by Giroux. And then it's poked away by Mason, but gotten back by Larson. Larson to Oposo. Behind the net, throws it out to Kulikov. Kulikov had to go off the stick of Voracek, and the Flyers get it back. Gostisbehere threw it out to center, hoping for Giroux, but instead will find Larson, and Giroux's going to head right off the ice. Pass to Kulikov. Kulikov to Oposo. Spins back as Shen chases. Now it's Kulikov. He's going to take it right out to center ice. He wanted a change for his team, and he gets it. Now Kulikov in, but offside is called.
Not sure exactly what Kulikov was doing there, but patiently wanted to allow the Sabres teammates to make that line change before he started to rush the other way. He had a Sabre teammate that was hanging in the blue line there. That's why he turned. Actually, he was poke checked right at that time too. So
off the face-off, it's Provorov. So Provorov there with Matt Reed. Aiden Shen. Drove the lock. To Reed. And now Shen. Bernie with it. Shen tried to center block. Ennis looking for the puck. It's Reed instead. Right to the line. And he'll play it to the boards. That's going to wind up on the stick of Ennis. 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 Cut to the middle. Head off to Reinhardt. A weaving game here by the Sabres. Ennis now toward the slot. Getting a pick. Ennis all the way around behind, out the other side. Ennis trying to stay in pursuit as Ennis plays the game of keep away and plays it all the way back to his goaltender.
The Flyers with two 19-year-old rookies on the ice at 3-on-3, and the Sabres elect to go all the way back in their own end.
They wanted to make a change, and now they turn the puck over. Simmons is tripped. No call. Here's Couturier. The shot. It goes wide. Now strike. To Couturier in the corner. Couturier will move it to Simmons. Simmons shoved by Bogosian, who's without a stick. Back to Couturier. Flyers trying to take advantage here. Bogosian without a stick. Here's Simmons. Holding on to the puck. Right out there with Simmons and Couturier. Simmons, the shot! And that one glances off of Nielsen and then the glass. And now it's Ryan O'Reilly. And the Sabres will get three players out there with sticks. And they move up and they have numbers. O'Reilly to Foligno. Foligno back in front off Mason. Now the Flyers have the puck. The outlet from Couturier to Voracek. Voracek against Ristolainen. Cut to the middle. And to the other side. Ristolainen stays with him and keeps him from getting a shot on goal. Another loose stick on the ice now. Ristolainen's without a stick. Here's Giroux dancing to the slot. The shot. Glove save. Nielsen. We play on.
Ristolainen not happy with the referee. Felt like his stick was ripped out of his hands by Jake Voracek. He's having a conversation with the referee there. Voracek, right there, you can see him with one hand try to grab the stick. Referee felt like Ristolainen allowed it to fall easily to the ice, and then Giroux takes full advantage, walks in, and Nielsen makes a save.
It was Jake Voracek who had his stick ripped out of his hands in Arizona. As the Coyotes were scoring the goal, it led to, I believe, 22 minutes of penalties for Jake at the end of that game as he protested. Turned it around this time. Quick study is that Jake Voracek.
Yes, he is.
Belmar the steal here. His cross-ice pass will make it to center. 1:12 is all that's left here in the overtime. Gostisbehere to Belmar, makes the move in across the line. Belmar holds on, waits. And now back to Gostisbehere. His pass tipped. Belmar gets to it. Belmar turning. Belmar a look. Cross ice, Shen in the slot. Back for Belmar. Could not tip it home. Kulikov racing over. Flyers keep it in. Belmar then checked and it dribbles to center ice. Kulikov will get there. Kulikov waiting for some help as he moves up. Oposo joins. There's the pass. He could not knock it down, could Oposo. And again, he'll play it all the way back into his own zone. Fans here in Philadelphia don't like that strategy.
Clearly, that's when the head coach told him to do that too, for the team to regroup.
Half minute remaining. The 3-on-3. Oposo to the line. Lost it there. Voracek to the puck. Jake, though, lost it. Now it's played back. Hits Oposo in the skate. And what do we got? Too many men on the ice.
Yes, it is.
Play stop, but hold it. They're pointing to the face-off circle here. So I'm not sure a penalty was called.
No, I think they had the one Buffalo player jumped at the far boards. The other guy came off the thing. I think it's just offside.
It was really close.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely close, Jonesy. Here it is here.
You can see right there, it's Oposo jumping off. It hits his skate, and then you can see, I believe, Gionta jumping on. And I guess they felt like Gionta had waited long enough before he jumped on the ice, but why would it be offside? But anyway.
I'm not sure what the whistle is for.
Yeah.
But 17 seconds remaining. See if the Flyers can organize a rush here. They don't have too much time to work with. Here's Gostisbehere. To Giroux. The pass for Voracek. He's got a step. Voracek! Save Nielsen! Voracek didn't get all of it as he was being checked. And Nielsen took care of it. 3.3 left on the clock.
Nielsen's had a heck of a game. And you got to give him a lot of credit for the way he's hung in there after allowing the 3 Flyer power play goals in the third period. He stays with it. He uses that long reach. And Jake didn't get all that shot kind of fanned on it, but Nielsen was able to kick at it and then smother it.
Giroux one last face-off here. We'll try to get it back to Gostisbehere. 3.3 seconds. Larson against Giroux on the face-off. Larson, well, they're going to toss Giroux. So Giroux gets tossed from the draw. Simmons steps in. And the Sabres gain control, chip it to center, and that's how overtime ends. 65 minutes of hockey, not enough. Simmons and Ristolainen has some words. We're going to need a shootout here in Philadelphia tonight to get a winner, as the Flyers and Sabres are still tied at 3.
Wayne Simmons looked like he was going after Larson more than Ristolainen there. And Larson's line, of course, going head-to-head with the Giroux line throughout the night. But we got a 3-3 deadlock here heading to the shootout.
Tonight's Flyers-Sabres shootout is brought to you by Valley Forge Casino. Shoot into the Valley Forge Casino Resort for $10 in free play. 1 complimentary draft beer after every Flyers shootout. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. So they work on the ice here briefly before this shootout gets underway. The first shootout of the year.
What do you want
for these two teams?
Steve Mason, of course, coming into this game after a 3-0 Buffalo Sabres lead. Neuvert exits. Mason comes in, and for the second time this season, he relieves Michael Neuvert. In both cases, the Flyers came back to tie things up.
There are Mason's numbers, 19 and 37 in shootouts. Nilsson, 6-0 in shootouts.
Wow.
Pretty darn impressive. The Flyers, of course, throughout their history, shootouts were introduced, have struggled with this. 33 and 70 all time. Sabres are 67 and 58, and they're 3-1 against the Flyers all time in shootouts. 3 shooters apiece, and then we'll see about more. Nick Cousins will be the first to shoot in Philadelphia. He's been good in his limited tries in the shootouts, as you see, 3 for 5. So here we go. It's Cousins, full bore. Nielsen with the glove.
Nielsen just stayed with them the entire time. He's a big goaltender, covers a lot of space, and he just stares that into his glove. A nice stop there.
Ryan O'Reilly, the first shooter for Buffalo. 45% success rate. And Mason with an answer of his own.
O'Reilly came down pretty slow, I guess, in terms of coming down in the breakaway, and fake pump. Tried to get him 5-hole. Mason wanted nothing to do with it. Great save.
Oh, Giroux has 20 shootout goals to his credit, about 33%. Has to give the Flyers the lead. And does!
Pretty smooth stuff right there from Claude Giroux as he handles that puck beautifully and just fires a quick snapshot through the opening between the legs.
Kyle Oposo, the next shooter, 14 for 37 in his career. Former Islander in on goal. Mason makes the save. The Flyers have the 1-0 lead going into the 3rd round.
Another Sabre looking to go 5-hole there, and Mason closes it up, makes another nice save.
Jake Voracek has the game on his stick here. If he scores, the Flyers win the game. 9 for 31 in his career. In he goes. And the Flyers win the game. Jake Voracek seals it as he goes top shelf. And the Flyers win the game 4-3. Come all the way back from 3-0 down and get 2 points out of it. What a comeback by the guys in orange and black.
Jake Voracek didn't see all of the comeback. He drew the penalty that put the Flyers on the power play, and then he had to head into the quiet room to be examined. He returned. It was a 3-3 game, and before his night's over, he wins it on an outstanding play. Walks around Nielsen, hangs onto the puck, and elevates it to the top of the net. Flyers win, and Jake Voracek celebrates. Really nice set of hands on Voracek there, and you can see he puts enough on that to get it upstairs. He celebrates, points at the fans, and the Flyers bench celebrates a great come-from-behind victory here at home.
Early season in the NHL, it's been all about big